आपके फ्रेंड्स को
Okay, it's 4 o'clock, but we're still missing quite a few people, so we're gonna wait a couple minutes, see if they show up. Someone just joined with the name Smitha. I'm guessing that's Rohan, right? Do you mind identifying yourself?
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool.
I have a question.
Sure, what's your question?
So there are third-party Minecraft clients such as Badlion and Lunar Client.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming we're doing mods for the original Minecraft download, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
We're still missing a couple people, so we're gonna wait like a minute or two. All right, we're gonna start in a minute. If people come in a bit late, then that's okay. We'll catch them, get them up to speed. How many of you guys managed to complete the setup in the email yesterday? You can like put it in the chat or say it out loud or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna put my video up as well. All right, so looks like we got a couple people who did, a couple people who didn't. That is absolutely okay. This first meeting is pretty much meant entirely for setup because like that usually takes a long time, and we might as well get started now. It's like 4:05. So I guess welcome everybody. My name is Aditya, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make Minecraft mods. Very, very exciting. How many of you guys play Minecraft? Fortnite is better, I see. Well, clearly I can disregard your opinion. All right. Okay, yeah, all of us. That's what I was expecting. I mean, you wouldn't be at a Minecraft modding class if you don't, play Minecraft, right? So, today is kind of the boring day. It's a setup day where we do all the lame installing stuff and figuring out all the technological problems and whatever. And if you managed to do it yesterday, that's great. Maybe you ran into some problems that someone else ran into, and then you can help them out when it gets to that point. So let's see. I have so far 2 people, both the Druvs, who didn't do the setup, and hold up. All right. Don't know. Okay. Okay. Um, right. Okay. So Dhruv sent me a question about forwarding emails. If you have questions like that, save them until the end because we're gonna do like actual setup stuff right now, and we can figure out logistical details like that later on. That's not what we're gonna do right now. Anyways, so let's see. We have here I think 6 people, of which 2 have not completed the setup. So if you guys haven't completed the setup, I want you to open up. Actually, I might as well screen share it here. One sec. Where's the screen share? Here it is. All right. So this here is the setup instructions. So basically, we're just gonna go through this because without this setup stuff, you really can't do much. So first thing you're gonna want to do is download and install. Okay, let's step back a bit. Who knows? It's kind of obvious now, but who knows what programming language Minecraft is written in? How do I see the chat? There it is. Yeah, there you go, Java. And it's kind of obvious. It says right here, install Java 8. So to write mods in Java, we're going to need to actually install Java. C++. Well, I guess that depends on what version you're using. Maybe like the Bedrock edition or whatever's written in that. But we're doing it for Java edition. And as it says in the name, it's written in Java. So first thing you got to do is download and install Java 8. These are the links. Now, Java is made by Oracle, but because Oracle is a company and they like money, it's not allowed to download it from them anymore. So we're going to use a bit of a different version. It still works fine. It's just like made by Amazon. So for the 2 of you guys who didn't do the setup, download either Windows or Mac version, depending on what computer you have. And then, just double click the thing. It's an exe or like a DMG or whatever, and run it. Did you already download all the other stuff? Are you on a Mac or a Windows? If you're on Mac, I think Windows. Okay, so you can screen share if you want. That might help. Here, let me stop screen sharing. Go ahead and share your screen, and then we'll see what the problem might be. Okay. So did you open up? There it is, command prompt. Try capital D. Do dir. Scroll up a bit. Oh, where the heck is desktop? That is very, very odd. Okay, well, what we're gonna do for you then is instead of desktop, use documents. I don't know where the heck desktop is, but yeah, just use documents instead. So CD documents. Yeah, and then you can follow the rest of the instructions pretty much as is. So for the other Dhruv, it's essentially the same thing. Yours should show desktop though. I don't know why it's not showing on here. It's kind of weird. But you can stop sharing now if you want. I think that was the issue. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me explain, I guess, what all these parts do. So Java 8 is kind of self-explanatory. You have to have Java to make mods in Java. IntelliJ. Does anybody know what IntelliJ is? I wouldn't expect it. No, let me share my. Let me share my screen. There it is. So, does anybody know what IntelliJ is?
An editor?
Yeah, it's what's called an IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment. Meaning it's kind of like a text editor, but also you get a lot of other interesting features with it. One of those features, which is like really helpful, is code completion, where you like type out part of a piece of code that you want to write, and then it auto completes the rest for you. It also does things like it checks your syntax, makes sure that everything will run successfully. It can even run the game for you. So we're going to be using this to do all of the code editing and everything. The full version is not free, but the community edition is also really good. So that's what we have. That's what we have as a download here, IntelliJ Community Edition. And then the last thing we have is Minecraft Forge MDK, which stands for Mod Development Kit. Have any of you guys used Minecraft Forge before? Not necessarily to make mods, even just like play with mods or whatever. So I'm getting some no's and some yes. So that's okay. Like Forge is basically the most popular mod loader right now. There are others out there, but this is the most popular and it's been around the longest. You can download all sorts of mods. There's like tech mods, magic mods, all sorts of crazy things out there. Ones that have dragons, who knows. So what we're getting is not the one that runs the mods, but instead the one from which you can make mods. That's why it's called Mod Development Kit. So that's basically the three main components we have here. This setup, these instructions are just a way to basically set up the mod development environment so you can actually start making mods. It uses a thing called Gradle to like build all the code and everything. You don't have to worry about that. Like that's just all, behind the scenes kind of stuff. Once you've done all these setup steps, you can basically just open it in IntelliJ, and I can even run through the setup steps here. Actually, let me.
I have another question because
Sure.
something happened.
What happened?
Let me share my screen real quick.
Yeah, let me. I have to stop sharing mine then. There you go.
Okay, there. Command prompt. Share. Okay, so if I paste the command, the Gradle command, after doing everything else, press enter. It's not a recognized.
Do dir.
Dir again.
You have to move the files that you extracted from the zip into this folder before you do anything else.
Yeah, I think I did. Hold on, let me share.
Well, right now it's showing this thing is empty.
What? Okay, so if I do screen, well, let me close this out real quick. Close. Okay, so oops, wrong thing. So if we go into my stuff, open File Explorer.
Yeah.
Go over here, go to downloads. I have this right here.
Yeah, copy all that.
Control C.
And then go to your documents. Go to the Forge folder that you made. Wait, where'd it go? We made it in documents, right?
What do you mean?
Wait, okay, go back to your command prompt. So weird. See users through documents Forge. Yeah, hold on, I got an idea. Let me look up a command.
Okay.
Let's open File Explorer. Nope. Type in start space dot. Okay, so this is a bit of a, copy paste everything into, paste it here. There you go. Now you should be able to run the Gradle command. That's interesting. So like, I guess your computer file setup is a bit different than mine, but yeah, you should be able to run the command now. And you can keep sharing your screen and see if it works. Let's see, the other Dhruv, I think, sent me a message a while ago. Yeah, so if you need like authentication passwords or whatever to do the setup, and it's not available right now, then you'll probably just have to wait till afterwards. We won't get too far into the actual like modding part of it today, so you won't be too far behind. Like if you're not
Wait, so we're like not gonna start modding today?
No, we might. I was expecting that we would take pretty much the entire class period just to do the setup, but it's looking like it's going to take a lot less time than that. So we can get into the modding. What the heck is that? Okay. Could not find or load main class. That is unexpected. To be sure, let me look it up. We're already running into errors. Absolutely wonderful. This is why setup always takes so long, by the way. Like, there's always some sort of whack thing that makes it annoying. Here, go back to the command prompt so I can copy the error and look it up. You should share your screen so I can see the command prompt, and then I can see exactly what the error was. This might be interesting. What is this?
I think it's kind of too late for that since I already closed it. Oops.
Well, you can just open it again and then CD documents, CD Forge. Try the command again.
Okay. Oh, whoops, not IntelliJ. If we go over here. Oh, whoops, that's Mac. What?
So, okay, try, let's see, I have a thread open from the forum right now. Instead of gradlew.bat, instead of gradlew, try gradlew.bat.
Okay. Oops.
I'm gonna open up my other computer so I can look things up and see this
Okay,
meeting
so
at the same time.
what was the command again?
gradlew.bat and then gen IntelliJ runs.
Could not, what?
This is so weird. Okay, so I think this may be an issue with the way your computer's files are set up, because when we went to documents in your Explorer, it was different than this document. So I want open up File Explorer. Let me. All right, yeah. Go to Documents. Right-click somewhere outside the files. Is there a way to open up Terminal here? Okay, better idea. Click at the top bar where it says this PC arrow documents. Click next to documents, like on the white space. This is documents. What the heck? One second. What? This is not something I've seen before. Okay, that is okay. We can figure this out. This is why we do these things. This is why we have an entire meeting for this. I'm gonna look it up here. And for the rest of you guys, you already have it set up. You guys can keep watching this or just kind of do whatever for now, because like this, I don't know how long this will take to resolve. Let's see. Click the address bar, type CMD to press enter. Okay, go to the, click on the bar again next to documents. Type CMD and then press enter. Okay, so your documents is in OneDrive. Okay, so then what I want you to do is create the Forge directory here, copy paste all the stuff here, and then try the commands again. So you can do like mkdir space Forge here.
Oh, hold on. If I go to downloads, this thing, copy. Wait, where was I supposed to put that again?
Go back, yeah, go to documents, make a new directory called Forge.
New.
A new folder.
Folder. Forge.
And copy paste paste all the stuff into there, and then go back to your command prompt. Do cd forge. Okay, there you go. And then now try the gradlew command again.
All right, and once again we're back here.
Yeah, step 7. Let's hope this works.
Oh, whoops! I pressed. Wait, hold on.
Oh my God, why is this not working? That is very annoying. You did install Java and everything, right?
I installed all the stuff above.
Okay.
I installed this thing.
And that in your command prompt, do Java space dash version.
All right.
Dash version. No space.
Oh.
Like the hyphen.
Oh, Java.
Java, then a space, dash. Here, I'll type it in the chat. Version, but I misspelled the N as a J.
Hold on, wait.
Oh wait, no, this is a private message. Hold up, wrong thing. There, Java dash version.
Right, chat. Why can't I see chat?
Or I could even type it in the document, I guess. This is not an error that I see very often. Okay, so
Java space version. Okay, copy
there's a
that.
dash in there. No, the space goes before the dash.
Oh, okay. Oh,
There you go. Okay, so you have Java. What the heck is going on here?
why is it 1.8.0? I planned 1.8.9.
No, it's not the Minecraft version. This is the Java version. The 8 that means
okay.
Java 8. Could not find or load main class org dot grade this thing. Let's see what we got here. Did you happen to like accidentally delete something in the Forge folder maybe?
Well, I don't really know what it looks like, so I can check.
Yeah, go to your file explorer. I will download a new version of it and then see if there's any difference.
All right, File Explorer. Go back over to here. Hold on. Wait, wasn't there supposed to be like a .rar file here somewhere?
No, not go up 2 folders. Yeah, okay, right here. Change log, build.gradle, change log credits, Gradle properties, Gradle W, license, readme. Yeah, everything is there. This is very annoying. Why does Gradle have to be like this? Okay, this we could try the gradlew.bat here and like in this new folder.
What do you?
Like
okay.
do gradlew.bat IntelliJ runs. I don't see any reason why this wouldn't work.
Hold on, I'm gonna try reinstalling everything.
All right, sure. You can do that. So the way I see it right now, we have everybody has it installed except for you and then the other Dhruv who can't do it right now because his dad's in a meeting. So what we're gonna do, I think, or unless somebody else showed up like in the meantime, let's see, we got one other guy, two other guys. Okay, so Neil showed up, I think, and then Advait, am I pronouncing that right? You guys both came here a bit afterwards. So have you guys done the setup?
I did the setup.
Yeah, I set it up.
Okay, so both of you guys have the setup. So
Yeah.
everybody has it set up except for the two Dhruves. One is working on reinstalling things. The other one needs parent permission. So what we're gonna do, it's like 4:30, is we can start with the
Next, I have a different software. It's called Ubuntu. So I did basically everything from that.
okay, that's fine. As long as you have all the setup done, doesn't matter if you're on Mac, Linux, whatever.
You know the last thing
Doesn't
it's
matter.
supposed to say? It didn't show it on my command prompt.
Build successful.
Yeah, I didn't show it.
What did it say? Like build failure? Share your screen with me so I can see what it said. Do you have Wi-Fi? You have to have Wi-Fi right now. That is, yeah, I don't know why they have to make this thing so complicated. Could not connect to the Gradle thing. Let's see. Let me look it up. Okay. It could be. Oh, interesting. Okay, type in your command prompt Java space dash version.
Where?
Right there, where you are right now. Type in Java space dash version. Has to be lowercase j. Yeah. Okay, that is up to date. Man, why do they always have all these errors? It really annoys me. So other than that, all I can think of is that you have some kind of like firewall issue. Because it's basically saying it can't connect to where it has to download everything from.
Earlier when it was setting up the
What was it setting up?
It was setting up the other one that we had to download. It said there was it says Windows Defender might be impacted your build and EA performance.
Was that an IntelliJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says it might be it might be something Windows Defender might be doing.
Oh no, that thing shows up for me too. That is a non-issue. That's just saying like because the Windows Defender might be slowing down your IntelliJ a bit, but that's not. I don't think that's related to this. Okay. Let me think. So you have an issue where it's not able to connect. Dhruv S is not able to CD desktop or no, we already went over that. Dhruv S, you gotta
Can I
do
stop
it in documents.
sharing?
Yeah, you can. Okay. I guess it's probably a good thing we allocated this entire meeting to set up.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
So is it okay if it says my Java TM SC runtime environment build 14.0.1 plus 7? Is that okay for like the version?
Is that when you do Java dash version?
Yeah, Java space dash version on my terminal it shows 14.0.1.
14. No, 14 is the latest. Okay. Forge is kind of weird in that it only works with Java 8. So if you have Java 14, that is going to be an issue. Is this like your dad's work laptop or something? Or like,
No, this is my computer. So
have you installed Java on it previously?
yeah. So should I download the Java 8 and like is there a way to replace the Java build with the Java 8 version?
Yeah, there is. So wait, you're on a Mac, right?
Yeah, Mac.
Okay, yeah. So try downloading the Java 8 and installing that. Who is the one who is on Ubuntu?
Neo.
Neil. Okay.
Yeah.
Neil, so the setup worked entirely for you. You have like it loaded and everything.
Yeah, my mom helped me out with that.
Okay. And you were able to launch the game and everything.
Wait 1 second. Let me check.
Hold up. Let me.
It is.
What's your phone?
He asked me right when I showed it to him. It did a weird bunch of
Go there.
Okay. Okay. So let's see. So one guy is getting the class not found thing. One guy is getting the can't connect to Gradle daemon thing. And then one guy needs parent permission to install stuff. That was Dhruv Malik, right? You need parent permission.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And then you're installing Java 8. Okay. Okay. So what we can do here is that since setup is since some of you guys are getting errors that I don't want to like take up everybody's time solving one error. If possible, it would be good if you guys could stay a bit after 5 o'clock, and then we could try to resolve it then. I think in the meantime, we're gonna get started with some of the basic modding stuff. And this is not only like a huge amount of content. So like you can, we can catch you up next meeting. Like if you weren't able to do setup now, or I could even catch you up after the class if needed. So what I'm gonna do is, let me see, I don't think I even have a fresh version on here of Forge. Let me download one real quick. Not that, go away. Nope, not that.
Wait, I have a question. What was the
Yeah.
alternative for CD desktop again?
Or go for documents.
Oh, okay.
That's where you put all the stuff, right? And there was like one,
Yeah.
or wait, no. In your command prompt, it said like C users Dhruv documents, but in your file explorer, it was actually in OneDrive.
So do I do CD OneDrive, then CD Forge?
That is a good question. You know what? Okay, I'll help you with this after the class because everybody else is like waiting. So yeah, I can help you with that after the class, and we can hopefully solve it a lot faster. So just hold on for now and like watch what I'm doing on my screen, even though it's not shared yet. And I can catch you up with all the stuff that we're doing afterwards. Anyway, so I am downloading a fresh version of Forge. Gen IntelliJ runs. Okay, so then I'm gonna open up IntelliJ. I think this might already have some project open. I'm not sure. How do I move this thing? Go over here. Import Gradle project. Okay. Let me move this Zoom thing out of the way. All right. So, oh, it's still importing this this thing. So once this is done importing, which should be soon, then I'm gonna go into what all of these random files are. Okay, it's done. Very good. Okay, so for most of you in IntelliJ, you should be able to see this on the left side. It might be hidden, in which case you can click on this little button here. It says like one project but sideways. You can click on this and it'll open up this thing. This is basically all the important files for building a mod. And before even that, this green button up here, the little green triangle, that's like one of the most important buttons here because that's what actually runs the game. So you know your setup is complete if you can click on this, and it might take a bit, but you should see a console window pop up here real soon. And okay, now what is it doing? There we go. It is running. There we go. Okay. So if you can run the game like this, if you click on the green play button and this shows up and it gets to like the main screen and everything, that means your setup is perfectly working fine. So if I let it run for a bit more, it would get there, but I already know that, so I'm just going to close this. Come on, go away. Okay, there we go. So this console here is where it will say all the, like warnings about, like something's not working right in your mod, or like information about what events it's running or whatever. It's a lot of text to scroll through, so I'm not gonna scroll through it. What we're gonna do instead is on the left here in all the files, move this Zoom thing out of the way. So can anybody guess what SRC stands for?
Is it source?
There you go, yeah, source. So in this folder is gonna be all the source code for our mods. And there are two folders in here, main and test, and we don't care about test. You can ignore that basically. Source, main, and if you left click on the arrow next to here, it'll open it up. Computers are really loud. And then in source main are two folders. The first one is Java, and this is where all the Java source code is gonna go. The second one is resources. This is where things like textures or like language files or recipes, that kind of stuff is going to go in resources. The resources we're going to ignore for now because we're not going to get to that until we do like a first item. But essentially, you can think of it like a resource pack in the game. So now if we open up Java, we have this. This is an example mod that comes with installing Forge. This folder with a hole through it is what's called a package. It's essentially similar to a regular folder on your computer. It's a way of like organizing similar files together. If we open this up, in here we have this example mod. And you can double click on this thing to show it here. And also, if at any time I'm going too fast or like you have questions or you don't understand something, feel free to ask and I will be happy to answer. Let me make sure I can see the chat as well in case there's questions there. More chat, here we go. Okay, so if you double click on this example mod, you will see this. Now it's a lot of stuff. I really don't think they should have made it so complicated, but I will we're going to go through this and we're going to understand what it is and why it's important. So, let's see. So I guess high level overview again, because this is going to be a lot of information. And again, if you don't understand something or think I'm going too fast, please tell me and I will slow down. So this is your main Forge folder. This is like what you downloaded from the install instructions. Source is your source code folder. This is where all the important stuff happens. And then there's main, because we're going to ignore this test folder. It's not important to us. In here are Java and resources. In Java is all the source code, like all the actual Java code. In resources, we're not going to worry about that right now, but that's like textures and all that kind of stuff. So in the Java folder, we have this thing, com.example.example.mod. And actually, if I go to here and I go to my Forge folder, source, main, Java, in here, we actually have a folder called com, a folder called example, and a folder called example mod. And in there is a file example-mod.java. That is basically what this is saying here. You have com, example, example mod, and then your Java file. This is all Java code. The most important line in this file is probably going to be this one, public class example mod. Well, first before that, have any of you worked with Java before or any programming at all? I'm going to guess probably no, but if anybody has, then like put in the chat. Lua, okay. I don't think Lua is similar to Java. I don't think it's like object oriented. So it's good that you have prior experience. Python, okay, Python is a popular one. So things like syntax and like specific rules, like for things you can do in the language, those kind of carry over between languages. But for Java is what's called an object-oriented language, meaning it's based on objects. So if you think of a spawn egg in Minecraft, you have like a spawn creeper egg, right? And every time you right-click with that spawn creeper egg, you get a new creeper. So each of those creepers can be counted as an object. And the spawn egg is essentially a class. A class is like sort of a definition of an object. Like this class is called example mod. So I could make a new object of this class example mod in the same way I could right click with a creeper spawn egg and make a creeper. And then each creeper has its own like attributes and its own things it can do. Like it can walk around, it can explode, it can do all these things. Now, doing things is called a method. Like this here.
Excuse me, I think I just fixed it.
You fixed it? Like it's not saying the class not found anymore?
No, but I was able to import it into the IntelliJ thing. I don't know how I was able to do that, but let me screen share.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. We will get back to this after I see what the screen share is. Oh, let me stop sharing my screen then.
All right, over here, IntelliJ. Yeah, I somehow was able to fix it, and I got all of this stuff.
Okay. That is good, but okay, then go to add configuration at the top right.
Add configuration.
Yeah, and then go to the plus at the top left.
Plus.
Go to Gradle. Near the top.
Gradle.
Yeah, there, Gradle.
Okay. Oh.
And then, okay, in the click the little folder with the blue square at the top right.
Top right. Oh yeah, here.
Forge. Yeah, click Forge. There you go. And in the tasks thing, type run, all lowercase. Yeah, and then click run client.
Run client.
Then double click it. Okay, and then click OK.
But shouldn't I click apply?
If you click OK, it'll apply as well.
Okay.
And close the window. Okay, now click the green play button. This is the ultimate test to see if it works or not.
Come on. Oh,
Okay, yes, that
a
is
bajillion errors. Okay.
that is okay.
That is a lot of errors.
Well, in that case, we don't launch the game yet. We can figure out this error afterwards. But
Okay.
at least you can open up the folders on the left side and see, if you open the Java folder, you can see the files that I'm talking about when I'm screen
Right.
sharing. So,
Right, yeah.
all right, I'm gonna stop your screen share, and then okay, cool. And then I am gonna go back to screen sharing mine. There we go. Okay, so back to this thing. I'll reiterate a class, and these are like very high level Java concepts. Don't feel discouraged if you don't get it at first. Like, it's kind of a lot to ask from 10, 11, 12-year-olds. Anyways, a class is it's also, you can think of it like a cookie cutter. Like, a class is a cookie cutter, and you can use that cookie cutter to make a whole bunch of cookies in the same shape. So this class is called example mod, and by Java is a case-sensitive language, meaning that what you type, it matters what, like if it's uppercase or lowercase or whatever. So when you're naming a class, okay, I can see Mihir is raising his hand multiple times. What is his question? Or does he not have a question?
I didn't have a question.
I see. Okay, then please do not raise your hand. Anyways, so for classes, conventionally you name it where the first letter of every word is capitalized. So here we have, capital E, capital M. Inside this class, there is a whole bunch of stuff. This here is what's called a method. A method is it basically just does stuff. This one's called setup, so you can infer that what it does is it sets things up. Going back to the creeper analogy, you can use a creeper spawn egg to spawn a creeper, and creepers can, they can walk around, they can explode, they can, spawn in the middle of the night. Those could all be methods. There could be a method called private void explode, or, private void walk around. For methods, the naming convention is the same as classes, but the first letter is always lowercase. This is what's called camel case. Don't worry about private or public or anything like that right now. We can explain that later. But void is the important thing here, because all methods have to return something. It's like when you tell the creeper, go walk around, he could tell you back, okay, I walked to this point. So that method could return like a position or a completed status or something. But void basically means it doesn't return anything. It just does what you tell it to, and then that's it. And what this method does is, in the logger, it logs text like hello from pre-init or dirt block. So if I were to open up my terminal here, or not that terminal, I mean the output from the game, and then I scroll up to here, this is basically all the example mod does. In this setup event method, it logs hello from pre-init, and it logs this message here. So this is like kind of confirmation that your mod actually works. So that's what a method is. Right, there's a lot of stuff to explain here, and I got to think best way to navigate it. So this method, the way Forge runs is on events. Who can tell me what are some possible events that happen in the game of Minecraft? Like anything, even if it's a guess, it might be right.
Creepers exploding.
There's an event, yeah, like an explode event, dying event. Other examples.
The summoning stage of a wither.
Sure, yeah, like summon a wither event. There's all sorts of events here. Other examples could be like break a block, or take damage, or brew a potion. There's all sorts of events in the game. This method here, it runs on the FML common setup event. which is not something that you see in the game because it's an event that happens during the setup, during like the loading phase of the game. Anything between these round parentheses is what's called a parameter. It's like information you give to the method to make it so like it can change what it does based on the information. So when, think of it this way, you have a bunch of events that can happen, and you have what's called an event bus. It's like a regular bus that goes around to bus stops. This bus goes to the bus stop of each event. If an event happened, that event will like get onto the event bus like a regular person would board a bus. And then eventually that bus makes its way to all the bus stops and it comes back to you and it's like, all right, these are the 4 or 5 or whatever number of different events that I have. Here they are, you can do whatever you want with them. So if an FML common setup event happens, if the event bus picks up one of these events and he comes back and he's like, all right, I got for you an FML common setup event, then this method will run. It'll have the event here so it can like find information about the event, like, maybe when did the event happen or who did the event. And then it can use it accordingly. So that's the essence of an event handler. And we can ignore like the rest of the stuff. They make this much too complicated, I think. Okay, and then there's a couple more concepts to explain here. This here, @ symbol and capital mod, is what's called an annotation. It's kind of like an adjective. It like modifies the class. That it's telling Forge, look, this class here is the main class of a mod, and that mod has a unique ID, and that mod ID is example mod, all lowercase. So it's telling Forge, when you launch the game, you have to load this mod, and it's called example mod, and this class is its main class. So without this thing here, it would never load the mod, nothing would ever happen. It would just be like a normal game of Minecraft. A couple more things. At the top here, like I said earlier, it's in a package, com.example.example.mod. And this is just saying, yeah, that's the package it's in. But then we also want to use things from other packages. Like there's a package for blocks, there's a package for events, there's a package for FML, which in this case stands for Forge Mod Loader. So we have to import those things into our class here so we can use them. So, we're in this package. We want to use all these things from other packages. There's like a logger. There's like the mod annotation we used here. There's blocks, all sorts of things. So those, I would say, are the most important parts of the mod file. Now, does anybody have any questions? Even if you're like a little bit confused, ask a question and I will do my best to explain it better. Okay, no questions then. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are essentially going to, so we got 5 minutes left. So is that enough time? Yeah, probably. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're going to ignore this example mod for now. And instead, we're gonna make our own very simple, basic mod file. And I don't know if we'll hold up 1 second. Let me think about this.
Hello.
Hello?
Sorry, this is Tanmay's mom. We totally forgot about it and missed it. Is it okay if we join on the next class?
Yeah. And we're gonna send a recording of this class out to all the students anyway. So like, even if you missed it, like you can watch it again later.
Okay, great.
Right. So for everyone else, we're not gonna do the main mod class right now because I've already thrown a lot of information at you, and I'm sure some of it at least is pretty confusing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop like the official meeting here. And if you need help with setup, then you can stick around. For the rest of you, you guys can go for now, and I will look for resources online that can better explain what a class is, what a method is, things like that, in simpler terms, and I will send those out in like an email after the class and after I help people set up. And in the next class, we can start actually making mods. Like I guess who has some ideas for mods? Like, think of it this way: a mod we're gonna make is gonna be like, when an event happens, you make something else happen. So an example: when a zombie dies, you make an explosion happen. Who else has some ideas?
When the Minecraft world loads, and we can inject like 30 different types of ores, because Minecraft really needs a cave update.
Yeah, that it does. But world gen is going to be a bit beyond the scope of next class. We will get to ore generation once we make new blocks and whatever, but that's going to be later. So how about maybe a couple simpler ideas?
When you throw a snowball or an egg, it like explodes.
That's a good idea. Yeah. So like when a snowball hits the ground, a snowball is an entity in the game. So when it hits the ground and it gets killed, even though it's not alive in the first place, that is like an entity death event or something. So we could look for an entity death event, check if it's a snowball, and if it is, create an explosion at that point. So that's something we could do in the next class. Anybody else have any
Creeper
ideas?
explodes, make the entire Minecraft world null.
That is possible, but I don't think that we're going to do that because I prefer my Minecraft worlds uncorrupted.
Sounds like, yeah, I also prefer not having my Minecraft world absolutely destroyed.
Yeah. All right. So those are some good ideas, but we'll get into that next time. In the meantime, for those of you who did set up, really good. For those of you who need help with it, stick around and I will help you with it. And I will send out more information on the next class and some resources to help you guys better understand the stuff I went over today after the meeting. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Does everything taken for Does everything you do automatically save?
Okay, just making sure your setup is done if you can actually run the game. So make sure you can do that. And if you can't do that, then stick around for help. And yes, to answer your question, everything automatically saves in IntelliJ. So